was like, come on. I will like give you a hand signal to start new stuff, but I give you a hand signal. Just play it once, one run. I'm just singing one thing, and then I will invite you. So that means the new stuff. It's not that the round. I think the target is the other thing. So it's that full comment there. Where the other songs? The other songs. Number 2, mine Sarah's kind of tension. And then this interlude is going to be number 3. Just you sticking in. Get me to the air. I could always ask when they get on the mic if I needed to introduce the next speaker. It's just if you play it, you realize it's just the extempo that they hear. It's just you cut it off that after I finish. Your lens cap is on. Good evening, everyone. I'm not speaking to an empty crowd. Good evening, everyone. Very nice to hear that everybody is here and present and awake. I know that you've been waiting quite some time for the ceremony to open and for the welcome regards to be shared. So I'd like to welcome everybody tonight to this very auspicious occasion of the class of June 2027, Year 4 White Coat Ceremony. That's a round of applause. So I'd like to just start by some basic house cleaning, some basic things. The amphitheater that you guys are sitting in, as you would have seen it, please leave it in that same state that you would have met it. Don't leave any garbage or anything like that. I know that that is something the students tend to be more culpable for. In terms of the emergency exits, there are 2 emergency exits on either side of me. In the event of an emergency, you'll be asked to exit out of either one of these exits and meet at the muster point, which is located outside in the car park. All right. This program is carded to last 1 hour and 30 minutes. And to my knowledge, there's no intermission, right? Correct. So just to try and keep things in the best interest of time, I would like to welcome all of you. Thank you very much for attending. I would also like to extend a congratulations to all of my fellow colleagues who would be graduating and starting their clinical rotations next week, Wednesday. Yes, round of applause to that. So without anything more to say, I'd like to cue the music now.
Eclipse Productions.
A special good evening to everyone. It is me, your class rep from Sincere One, here to bring you the insights and news on tonight's auspicious mood. First up, we have Prof. Harry. I just want to start by saying sorry. I don't really know how to pronounce the name. Let me try something. Prof. Harry Hariran Sitaraman. Prof. Harry, the Dean of the Faculty of Medical Sciences, will now do his speech and address the audience. Thank you, Prof. Harry.
Thank you for that extempore calypso. Good evening. Thanks for coming here. I am seeing my colleagues here and the beaming phase 2 clinical entry students and their parents and their well-wishers. I don't want to talk too long because it's already late and you all want to see your loved ones being wearing this white coat ceremony. You know, those days in the 80s when I went to medical school, they just threw us into the hospital after 1 year of anatomy dissection. So this one, in my view, is very, very, very important because you know what you are all going to do now is to enter the real life of a medical person. You know, all these days you are just in the laboratories, in the classroom setting, learning medicine or the basic sciences in medicine. But the real journey starts now because, you know, I can tell you that, you know, in Trinidad and Tobago, you're very fortunate to have patients cooperating with you. When you wear your white coat and go and talk to any patient in the hospital, they are so cooperative. I know of so many medical schools where students go to a patient and the first question they ask, are you a student? Don't ever come near me. All right. So I can tell you that, you know, I used to teach fifth year students. I still ask my coordinator to ask me to give me some opportunities to teach the fifth-year students. Um, I always beg them, please learn by the bedside. Talk to the patients. They are willing to talk to you. You go with your white coat, introduce yourself, say that you want to know the history, so they will talk to you. In this day and age, already China has come out with 3 fully AI powered hospitals. Okay, what we as human doctors are required to do is to actually interact as a fellow human being with a patient, show the empathy, establish that human rapport. I've been a doctor for now 40 years. I can tell you that, talking to patients, eliciting a history, giving them a listening ear will cure half of their suffering. Okay, you cannot cure an illness. What you can do is actually heal them, actually take them off the suffering. And that happens by proper interaction with the patient. And that is where you are going now. And so please remember the importance you are going to have in life. They are going to share their personal issues, their problems, their ailments, their sufferings with you. So this is the time where you have to show utmost ethical responsibility, professionalism. Don't go with the one thing I can't. I told my kids also, the ragged jeans, exposing all the knees and stuff like that. So that's professionalism. We do have a dress code, but still, I saw the other day, I went, many of our students were walking, all the knees shown, and that one I can't take. I mean, you are in a profession where you are supposed to, you know, offer help to a suffering patient. So you should earn that trust. So please show utmost ethics, professionalism, empathy, learn all the clinical ethical aspects, because I told AI, because AI may not even, they have to be now taught bedside manners. Even when they are taught bedside manners, a fellow human being will want you to talk to them. Okay, so that is where we human doctors are going to surpass the AI. So this is a very important role and is a very important function. And I want to congratulate all of you to have crossed the real difficult phase one. I know that the subjects in phase one is not easy. You have done a very good job. Please give yourself a round of applause for that. So, welcome to the clinical fraternity, and please realize your responsibility from the day you enter the hospital and interact with the patient. All the best, and see you again during oath-taking ceremony. Okay.
you. Thank you very much, Prof. So a lot of people are going to message me now and ask, why did I choose to start with Extempo? And we are in Lent and Carnival is over. Not so. So I said, let me just explain that very briefly before we move on to the next section. So I was asked only 5 minutes before this to do the welcoming address, and I said there'll be no better way than to do it extemporaneously. And by doing it in the Trinidad and Tobago way, in extempo fashion. So that is why I've decided that is the best way to do it. Celebrate the culture. I'd also just like to touch on a few things that Prof said. And our dean, he's always somebody to give us a story. Yeah? He will tell you something, but then he goes down a kind of grapevine and gives you a story underneath and then puts the theme on top of it. So I'd like to just address some of those things that, and in keeping with the theme of extempo, in medicine, there's a lot of unpredictability. And with the dawn of AI, as you mentioned, Prof, we have a lot of unpredictability in how our career is going to move forward. Some persons will argue and say that AI is going to remove the jobs and reduce the amount of working population because AI can replace the human individual. But I believe that is incorrect because medicine is a bit different from any other job. As a doctor, patients come to you because they want to be taken care of. They want somebody to connect with and have that interpersonal connection. You don't get that from an AI. It might be close, but it's not the same as you go in person to a doctor and you sit in his office or you sit there on the wards to see the doctor and they are interested in you. They're taking a history from you. All of this is things that we are learning, and we take it for granted a lot of the times that we just have to learn the history to pass the OSCE. Dr. Curry say, we need to do this history. Anything is fair game. But when a patient comes to you, they don't see that. They see you as an individual sitting in front of you, and I'm sure what I'm about to say will resonate with Dr. Kenneth Charles, that the patient is the most important person in the room. You come every day to work to see the patient. So thank you very much, Prof. Harry, for sharing some of those views with us. So I would like to move on to the next part of tonight's proceedings. We were to have an address by the Deputy Dean, Prof. Yuri Clement. My understanding is he was unable to make the event. So in keeping with that, I'd like to call upon our first student speaker, Miss Alyssa Lalman. To my understanding, she also recently won a prize. Quite ironically, that she's sitting down next to the lecturer that gave her that prize. All right, Alyssa, thank you.
Okay. Esteemed Dean, Professor Sita Rahman, Crystal just said it was hard to pronounce, distinguished faculty members, honored guests, dear family and friends, and my fellow future doctors. Today we celebrate not just the culmination of 3 years of hard work, but the beginning of a new chapter. So 3 years ago, we stepped into the world of medicine, not just as new students, but as individuals adapting to a world that had been shaped by COVID-19. We were emerging from virtual learning, transitioning back to in-person education, and relearning what it truly meant to connect beyond a screen. And the list of tasks was never ending. PVL, PEC, PDQs, OSCEs, OSPs, spotters, and to top it all off, finals. We were constantly facing new challenges and pushing ourselves to keep up with it all. Who could forget in years 1 and 2 the countless times we had to stay back after PBL because the revised hypotheses were longer than the word limit? Or practicing for a cardio and resp exam and knowing before you even saw the patient, that patient was going to have a radial pulse of 72 beats a minute and a rest rate of 16 breaths a minute. We have some fortune tellers in the audience today. Or Dr. Charles with his remarkable ability to brighten any room with just his laugh. And Dr. Suresh Rao, who would always say that our year group had no short-term memory and no long-term memory. And of course, the inevitable ethics stations for us skis. For some reason, our year could just never escape those ethics stations. Not sure as to why. But I honestly think those simulated patients mistook Oscars for the Oscars because the level of acting that we saw in those 5 minutes was truly phenomenal. And through all these memories, what have we learned over the past 3 years? And what will we carry with us into our clinical years? Before I started medical school, I just finished Form 6 and I was really unsure of what the future held for me. And during that time, I received a piece of advice from the doctor who inspired me to pursue medicine, Dr. Tennyson Sunarine. He told me, a medical degree is not intended to engender an upward mobility in self, but a downward pilgrimage in spirit. We have all seen firsthand that patient care is not just about making a diagnosis and providing treatment. It's about the trust that patients will place in us, even when we may say we are just medical students. It's the small gestures that we can give, a reassuring word, a moment of patience, or simply just being present that can bring comforts in difficult times. It's the kindness in our tone that can make a world of a difference when someone is facing one of the hardest days of their life. So, when we put on our white coats today, we are reminded that this is a representation of the trust that patients will place in us and the duty that we have to never stop leading. Let it serve as a symbol of our commitment to this profession, to patients, and to each other. It's these lessons, alongside the guidance from our lecturers, that have shaped us into who we are today. And to our lecturers, we say, thank you. Your doors were always open to us, even when we had our moments of no short term memory and no long term memory. Your dedication to our growth, not just as students, but as future healthcare professionals, means the world to us. To our class, academic, and MSSC representatives, thank you. Thank you to Christoph, Veronica, Vidal, Harvey, Ramona, Vikash, and Travis. Thank you all for your hard work. Thank you for the many notices you sent on the class group chat updating us. Thank you for being patient with us when we asked you all the same questions because we may have had those same group chats muted. Thank you for stepping up to the role. Your hard work behind the scenes does not go unnoticed. To our family members and friends, our biggest cheerleaders, our practice patients held captive against their will, thank you. Your unwavering support, patience, and understanding have carried us through the toughest moments. You've celebrated our victories, no matter how small, and helped keep us going. One of the greatest privileges in medical school has been sharing this experience with you all. As Ms. Archibald always says, we are one of the favorite year groups, if not the favorites, and I hope that we can continue to live up to these high expectations. I can't wait to see the amazing things we'll continue to achieve as we make our mark in the world of medicine. Congratulations to the MBBS class of 2027. May we wear our white coats with purpose and strive to make a positive impact in every life we touch. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alyssa, for that lovely speech. Um, I would just like to say that I fall victim as being one of those students who have no short-term or long-term memory. But something that resonated with me from your speech, you spoke about the beginning, the journey, and the end. When we were all in year one, we started with our skill clothes alone. Year two, we got our badges with our names. And today, we would be getting our codes, where we'd be stepping into the world of applying our medical skills that we learned over the years. So thank you so much, Alyssa. Now, I would like to introduce Christoph, Gianna, and Chelsea for they would like to perform an instrumental interlude for us today. So
I know everybody's excited. Okay, so we just come here to, bless you all with our melodious voices. Not mine, both of them, more or less. But I said I'm a chip in a bit. All right, let's go.
Let no mouse see There's a voice inside my head saying, you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Keep my head held high. There's gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting for the end.
It's a clap.
No, I'm not breaking. I'm not loving. Alone that I'm just gotta go and always gonna wanna make always gonna be enough to survive. I'm just gonna have to love and about how fast I get there. I was waiting for
Thank you. I will be in concert next week.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much for that lovely performance. I think that song fits very well after our tribulations in year 3, especially after those PDQs. So now I would like to call upon a student who personally I think is very dedicated in what she does. And she doesn't only do it for herself, but she does it for the people around her. I would like to introduce Ms. Khadija Ramnath, our next speaker.
Lots of people. Pleasant good afternoon, everyone. All protocols observed. Sorry. Here with us this evening, we have our Dean of the Faculty of Medical Sciences, Professor Sita Raman, esteemed faculty, distinguished guests, lots of proud parents, family, friends, and most importantly, my fellow medical colleagues, our stars of the night. My name, as you would have heard, is Khadija Ramnath, and it is an honor to stand before you all on this momentous occasion. an evening that marks not just the beginning of a new chapter in our medical journey, but a new step, towards us finally becoming 3/5 of a doctor. Today, as we celebrate not just the donning of our white coats, we also look back at all the dedication, resilience, and passion that it took to bring us to this stage. So before I say anything else, I think we deserve a round of applause for simply making it this far. When we started this journey, I'm pretty sure none of us knew exactly how much sacrifice it would have required. We traded in our weekends for textbooks. We missed out on family lives. Every weekend, it felt like we had an exam to study for. On top of all of that, there was always the fear of failing a spot, a PDQ, or something because we always feel like we didn't study enough or we're not prepared. And then every single PDQ for sure had us questioning, why did I even choose this degree? Like, was this the right choice for me? And I'm sure everyone remembered that moment when Professor Isenwaka, who's right in the front here, told us, even if we memorize every single thing on his slides, we only know 40% of the work, and therefore we fail. So there were many moments filled with self-doubt, times when we didn't know if we were really cut out for this. There were countless nights fueled by caffeine, endless pages of work, and again, the anxiety and the fear associated with wondering, did I really pass that, or is it a bare pass? How I did, don't ask me. But it was all part of the process. And now, here we are. We persevered, and thus far, we have made it through 3 wonderfully long years of this medical journey. Hard work, perseverance, and dedication have truly been our guiding principles. We've put in the work, we've somewhat mastered the theory, and we've conquered every single exam that has stood before us thus far. And now we are looking to move on to another phase, our clinical rotations. This is where we get to step out of the classrooms and out of the textbooks, and we go into the wards. We're going to see patients that we once read about in our Robins, and we learn to examine with our McLeods or geeky medics for those like myself who don't like to read too much. And they now become real people with real stories, real histories, and real complications. And they are now going to become our learning material. So the transition can be both thrilling and daunting, depending on how you look at it. For the first time, we're going to see firsthand the complexities of disease. We're going to see the art involved in making a diagnosis. And we're also going to see the impact that our words and our actions are one day going to have on the lives of these patients and, by extension, their families. We're going to be required to hold hands with the sick, comfort families in distress. And somewhere within all that, I'm pretty sure that we're going to find a reason that will solidify why we chose this degree. If you ask any student in this room why they chose to do med, why you wanted to be a doctor, the answer would be some variation of, I want to help people. So with that being said, I want us to remember it's no longer about memorizing immunology slides or pharmacology slides, trying to cram every single thing Professor Rao said because it is important. Now it's about understanding the human being behind the illness and really taking a look at how is my diagnosis and my treatment plan, how is my knowledge going to impact this person's quality of life going forward. May we never forget that medicine is a lot more than just about knowledge or how much books you cover, but also about character. As we wear our white coats, which we're going to be receiving in a couple of moments, may we remember that it symbolizes more than just our progression through medical school, but it also symbolizes the trust that patients put in us. They remind us of our duty to uphold honesty, empathy, and respect for all. Every patient that we encounter is going to entrust us with their lives at some point in time. And it's our duty to honor that trust with integrity and compassion. This might sound a lot like a peck lecture, but those things were important. That's why I'm repeating it. So, while tonight it's a celebration of how far we come, it is also a reminder of how far we still have to go. We have a lot more to learn, a lot to see, a lot to do. We're going to make mistakes. We're only human. We might get booked from a consultant, maybe a reg, maybe even a patient. However, it's all part of the process. And if it's one thing that we've proven thus far, is that we are more than capable and we're ready to face those challenges out on the ward and while we interact with real patients. So, with that being said, my fellow soon-to-be doctors, let us wear our white coats with pride as we step forward with confidence, and let us embrace the road ahead with the same determination that it took to get us to this point. Let us continue to support each other, to push ourselves beyond our limits, and to strive for excellence, not just for ourselves, but also for our patients. So, tonight, as we shine as bright as the stars of the future, the next generation of doctors ready to make a difference, let us take a deep breath, let us soak in this moment, and let us step forward boldly into the next phase of our journey. Congratulations to us all, and thank you all so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much to Khadija for giving us that wonderful speech. Thank you to both of our student speakers. That's really excellent, and I'd like to commend them for being so brave to come in front of the class as well as the parents. And doing that, it takes a lot out of you to do that, and we take it for granted sitting in the audience. You know, during the lecture, you try to sit as far back as possible up in heaven. So, you know, but I'd just like to give a round of applause for the both of them for doing that. So to keep this train going, we're now going to board our class rep now, Mr. Travis Ramroop, for him to give us the class rep address and an idea of his perspectives and views of how this year went down. Travis, can you please come to the stage?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Travis Ramrup, and I'm currently the year 3 student rep for MBBS. And before I start, I would like to firstly take a moment to acknowledge all of the specially invited guests here today, starting from Prof. Harry, the Dean of FMS, Professor Packer, who is supposed to be here, Professor Clement, our lecturers, Dr. Charles, Dr. Vuma, Dr. Unakal, Dr. Izanwaka, as well as Luke, who also couldn't be here with us today, but he was very instrumental in the planning of this organization, of the event itself, and also Mr. Stephen Gajida. So it is truly an honor and a privilege to stand here today before you all as the class rep to celebrate this medical journey that has passed from year 1 to year 3. This is a moment where we will now take everything that we learned in clinical medicine and apply it to patients. The white coat is more than just a piece of clothing. It is a symbol of dedication, responsibility, and service to humanity. Today, as we put on these white coats, we would embrace the reality that we are one step closer to becoming the doctor that we all dreamt of. Our journey began as the first set of year ones post-COVID. So that means our expectations on the wards might be a bit higher than the previous years, as we had a lot of time to enhance our clinical skills, you know, with all of the extra review skills class that we had, as well as the ethics class that I know we all attended. So also moving forward in year four, to the newly appointed year four group leaders that were chosen yesterday, congratulations to each and every one of you. And I hope you work hand in hand with your group because they entrusted you with the responsibility to place them in a group fairly moving forward in year four and year five. But let's be real. Not everything about medical school is just about textbooks, the late night studying, as well as the PDQ exams that we had. We're also proud to acknowledge some of the achievements co-curricularly that we would have accomplished throughout year one, year two, and year three. So to begin, in year one, we were actually crowned the winner of Fun Day. Yes, yes. And we look forward to another successful fun day, which is coming up this Tuesday. Hope to see you all there. Also, I'd like to pay recognition to the Medical Sciences Student Council, MSSC, because there are currently 6 members in MSSC from our class itself. Myself, Christoph, Akeem, Naomi, Chelsea, and Ramona. Ramona. So let's not forget about these important performances in the MSSC Cricket League that we had recently also, where we placed third place in both year 3 and year 2. And in year 2, we also placed with my body, year 1, we also placed second in the MSSC Football League. So big congrats to all of the persons who have taken the time to play in those competitions. And talking about the MSSC, we know that MSSC recently had also a staff versus student tournament recently, but I'll just leave that for Prof. Harry to tell you about. And just a token, Prof. Harry. But yes, moving forward. Nevertheless, in all of these moments, let's remember why we really started medical school. Not because this part was easy, but because it was meaningful. We are here to serve, we are here to heal, and we are here to make a difference in the lives of those who entrust us with their care. Now, let's be honest. We've all been there flipping through a lecture, late night studying, last minute studying. Probably some of us either, open a lecture on the day of exams. I never opened it before. Even practicing Oskies the night before on your pillow. But moving forward, let's all agree that starting with real patient care, that we would be more thorough than what we did in exams. Now, to my fellow classmates, congratulations on making it this far. So, lecturers, thank you for all the knowledge that you gave us from year 1 to year 3 to prepare us for these clinical years. And finally, to our friends and families, thank you for your support. It means everything to us, and we could not have made it this far without each and every one of you. And as we finally done this white coat, may we always remember the privilege and responsibility we carry as future doctors. Now, before I end, I'd like to leave with the thought this morning that Dr. Arthur this morning for orientation, she left us with this idea when she now opened orientation itself. And she proposed the question unto us. How would you see your medical journey progressing in the next 2 years and onwards? And that is just some food for thought. So here's a bright and prosperous journeys, young ones. And thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you so much, Travis. As someone who have seen Travis growth from year 1 to year 3, he he really included everything throughout the years. And even though he thanked us for being a good class, but we definitely need to thank him for making us a cast, you know. He made sure and brought up our wins. He didn't brought up our losses, thankfully, but he made sure and mentioned everything that would have made us bonded over the years, right? Thank you so much, Travis. Let's give him another round of applause, please. Okay, lovely. So we have another person from our class who would be doing a musical interlude. So I would like to welcome Miss Faith Haywood. Right.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm not actually a year 3, I'm a year 1. And I hope that
Sorry.
with this song, it reminds you all that while I still have a very, 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 very far way to go, you're almost there.
Don't have time for dancing. That's just what I why. I ain't got time for this. It's not my style. The little holding down. But I know exactly where I'm going. I'm getting better taking up. Almost there. Around here think I'm crazy, but I don't care. Trials and tribulations, I'm not scared. And carrying on your time now, 'cause I'm almost there. I remember Daddy told me everything was true, but you gotta make them happen. It all depends on you. I work real hard each and every day to keep the joy my way. I'm just doing what I do. Look how close I've done, and I'm almost there. Almost there. It's on coming from everywhere, 'cause I'm almost there. I'm almost there. There's been trials and tribulations there, but I find to know not what to do when I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm almost Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Faith. Faith, you're in what year? Year 1. Look at the talent coming into year 1. Another round of applause. Imagine you come into the clinic, and your doctor starts to sing for you like that. Well, that is service. I would say so. I come into that doctor all the time, right? Almost better than our performance, not so, Akeem? Right. Okay, so we would like to move on to the next part of the ceremony. Firstly, I'd like to invite our esteemed past class rep, Vidal Ramdas, to come down to the stage. He'll be doing this segment first. As you know, he's very meticulous where these things are concerned, and he will be organizing for the donning of the white coat ceremony.
Okay, everyone. So how this procedure is going to go, right? So everyone would have, well, ideally would have been placed in groups, right, based on what we sent in the notices chat. So we will begin with group 1. Vidal. You have the list, right? Yes, I do. So he has it printed. So we will begin by calling on per student, and you would walk from your left-hand side down the staircase. It's supposed to be in a particular order. An usher would collect your coat at the base of the stairs, and you would walk stage front and center, where a lecturer or professor would hand you your coat, take your lovely photo, and you are to receive. You're supposed to receive a keychain in front of another usher, but the usher missing. So yes, we shall begin.
Also like to call Travis to the stage to assist with the handing out of white coats, as well as Mr. Akeem Roach, our Constitutional Committee Chairperson on the MSSC. All right, so to begin, we're going to start with group one first. In order to facilitate that, in that area on the top landing in the mezzanine floor, we're going to have to clear some area for persons to be able to pass in and out of the amphitheater on both sides, because of how we're going to do the flow of things to keep this running quickly. So students are going to come line up here on this side in the order that Vidal will call them in. Group one will be first, followed by 2, 3, and 4. You will then take your picture here where we have multiple photographers to capture your best moment. All the angles will be captured, yes? And then you are going to walk up this side and you'll sit. And you'll also be collecting a keychain from Mr. Travis, okay? I'd just like to ask again to make sure to keep that mezzanine floor clear so that we have a free flow where persons are concerned. If possible, there are a couple parents I know who are outside. If it is you know that your son or daughter has already taken and you've captured the moment of them putting on their white coat, if you would be so kind as to allow some of the other parents who might be outside waiting for the other groups to be able to come in and see that as well. So you can as well exit on this side and be in the lobby area for when we have our post-ceremonial all right, so I'm going to hand over now to Vidal to begin with group one.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So this is the part that we have all been waiting for, the most exciting part, right? All right. So to begin, we're going to start with group 1. So, you all ready? All right. Our first name is Miss Shanika Adams. Okay. The next person is Miss Devika Ajoda. Next, Miss Sydney Alexander. Okay. Miss Analia Ali. Okay, give it up again for Miss Analia Ali. Next is Miss Azana Ali. All right. We have Miss Brianna Ali. Next, we have Sinead Ali. It's Shara Ali. Next, I'm going to call Nefertiti Andrew. Now, as we move to the next row, I would ask if y'all can come and stand up one time. Okay. We have Isha Bechu. Miss Samara Baksh. We have a male student now. Mr. Zachariah Baksh. Miss Shirvani Bechu. Miss Karina Balgobin. Next, Mr. Ian Bali. Next is Miss Sarojini Bihari. Miss Chantal Best. Next, Miss Julia Bisasa. Mr. Alexander Bisoon. Okay, he's not here today. But we have Miss Lana Blades. Mr. Rahul Buchun. Mr. Rahul Buchun. Neil Bowen. Neil Bowen. Miss Okia Bratwati. Miss Charisse Calendar. Miss Nishana Chaturi. Miss Aruna Chotak. Miss Rihanna Chouti. Miss Donald Cooper. Mr. Elijah Cyrus. Miss Ashley De Leon. Miss Sarah Deodat. Miss Brittany Dookie. Miss Rebecca Dos Santos. Mr. Jaden Dubari. Miss Avishal Duke. Miss Delicia Dumas. Mr. Luke Edwards. Miss Kelsey Edwin. Miss Abigail Francis. Miss Yvette Francis. Mr. Zion Freeman. Mr. Matthew Gittins. Miss Sierra Gindu. I hope I pronounced that correct. Okay, thank you. This brings us to the end of group 1, right? Yes. I would like everyone to give a big round of applause to Professor Izenwaka. Wait 1 second. Professor Izenwaka, do leave yet. We have Mr. Travis Ramroop. He would like to offer you a token of appreciation. Thank you so much, Prof. All right, so next we have group 2, and we have Dr. Vuma, who will be distributing the white coat. So to begin, we have Miss Farah Ali. Miss Faria Isat. Miss Farishta Husseini. Miss Samiha Islam. Miss Alcina Khan. Miss Farzana Rahman. Miss Abida Rahim. Miss Nafisa Sirkar. Next, we have Miss Ashley Gukul. Mr. Hosea Gukul. Miss Serena Gonzalez. Miss Sarah Gunlon. Miss Gabrielle Christina Gore. Miss Aliyah Gauri. Miss Dominique Gransol. Miss Imani Griffith. Miss Anuka Hari. Miss Kaylee Harinaraina. Miss Durlisa Hector. Miss Ramona Hector. Miss Rakea Henry. Miss Amara Hussein. Miss Shania Hussein. Miss Shazara Hussein. Mr. Devon Husband. Mr. Victor E. Hisway. Mr. Malik Jackman. Miss Karuna Jagdeo. Miss Kimberly Jagannath. Miss Simone Jeremy. Miss Jada John. Miss Nadine John. Miss Renata John. Miss Grace Ann Joseph. Miss Vacarity Miriam Jules. Miss Selena Juman. Miss Tashi Kerr. Miss Fatima Khan. Miss Kaylan King. Miss Angelique Kisser. Miss Emily Kisto. Miss Rehana Kayum. Miss Alyssa Lalman. Mr. Johnny Liu. Miss Naomi Luchan. Miss Naya Lavelle. All right, that's the end of group 2. We want to thank Miss Dr. Buma. Give her a round of applause. And we will, before you go, Dr. Buma, we have a token that we'd like to share to you. Travis, where's Crystal? Okay, moving forward to group 3, we would like if Dr. Charles can be the one to give the white boots. Okay. Mr. Christian Luchin. Miss Ariel Mahabir. Mr. Arun Mahabir. Miss Shervani Mahabir. Mr. Avidesh Maharaj. Miss Kaylee Maharaj. Mr. Varuniya Maharaj. Miss Trisha May Marbella. Miss Kaylee Martin. Hello. Right. Miss Renuka Matthew. Miss Brittany Mohammed. Miss Michaela Mohammed. Mr. Riaz Mohammed. Miss Sydney Mohammed. Miss Kezia Morris. Miss Janae Mullings. Miss Destiny Monroe. Miss Avisha Morali. Miss Rayan Nagapen. Miss Haley Najir. Miss Patrice Olivier. Miss Chanel Osborne. Mr. Ayush Ramanan. Miss Samantha Palmer.
I'd just like to interrupt very briefly. Assalamu alaikum to all my Muslim brothers and sisters. It's now 6:20. If it is you'd like to break fast now, we do have refreshments. The Muslims can go downstairs in seminar room 215, break fast, but please return to the amphitheater because we will be doing a class photo as well as have the closing remarks. Thank you. Vidal, you can continue.
Okay, thank you, Christoph. We continue with Miss Vashani Prasad. Miss Jolyn Price. Miss Veronica Rajaram. Mr. Stefan Rajkumar Singh. Miss Elizabeth Rambaran. Miss Kristen Ramdina. Mr. Rajiv Ramdan. Miss Valini Ramdani. Miss Trishana Ramirez. Miss Marilisa Ramlal. Mr. Joshua Ramnanan Singh. Miss Celine Ramnarine. Miss Amrita Ramnath. Khadija Ramnat. Miss Vasha Ramutar. Miss Ravisha Rampasad. Miss Gabriela Ramfali. Mr. Christian Ramsaran. Mr. Nicholas Ramsawak. Miss Sydney Ramtahal. Okay, thank you, Dr. Charles. This brings us to the end of group 3. But before you go, Travis would like to offer you a slogan. Give it a round of applause to Dr. Charles, everyone. Okay, moving forward, we are on group 4. We asked if Dr. Unakal can step in to place the white coats on our students. It's a round of applause. Mr. Maurice Rami. Miss Ronelle Rani. Mr. William Reyes. Miss Shania Richards. Miss Ornella Roberts. Miss Janae Rochford. Miss Olivia Sabga. Mr. Sachin Sesnarayan. Miss Kamara Samaru. Miss Shavani Samlal. Miss Alicia Sami. Miss Shermel Sanka. Miss Mariah Chalet. Miss Shekinah Scott. Miss Amy Siram. Mr. Justin Sitaram. Miss Tori Sitaram. Miss Catherine Shafrali. Mr. Amrish Shah. Mr. Keston Singh. Mr. Verinder Singh. Miss Yelena Singh. Miss Rihanna Solomon. Mr. Dwivid Suklal. Miss Isabella Rose Sumai. Mr. Mikhail Street. Miss Chelsea Sudan. Miss Nagatanusha Tangala. Miss Jada Thomas. Miss Jada Thomas. Mr. Mikel Tudor. Miss Erin Wallace. Miss Amanda Williams. Miss Giovanna Williams. Mr. Aidan Williamson. Mr. Josiah Worrell. Miss Faith Yang Lau.
Okay,
No.
so
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, that brings us to the end of Group 4 officially. We would like to thank Dr. Unakal very much as a token of appreciation for coming up on behalf of Professor Akpaka to give out these lab codes. Thank you. We'd now also like to give out the last 5 lab codes to our organizers, and we'll ask Alyssa Lalman to be calling the names, as well as we will ask Professor Sitaraman to come to the stage to don these lab codes. Thank you. So I was just corrected. We shouldn't call it lab codes anymore, but we should be calling it the clinical codes. Yes. So let's go ahead, Lisa.
Mr. Whitmar Grambley. Mr. Vidal Ramdas. Mr. Akeem Roach. Mr. Christoph Subban. And last but certainly not least, we have Mr. Travis Ramroot.
Okay, we would like to thank Alyssa as well as Prof. Before you leave the stage, Prof, we do have a token of appreciation that we'd like to give you, not only for being our best dean, but also for donning our clinical codes. Thank you, Prof. Excellent. Before we move on to the next session, Prof, we don't want you to get too comfortable. We have a few awards that we would like for you to also give to some of our esteemed TPMSA representatives, which is the Trinidad and Tobago Medical Students Association. I'd like to start off with our Year 1 representative, Veronica Rajaram, who served as Year 1 student rep. Veronica, would you be able to come to the stage, please? Can you call for her, please? While we get Veronica, I would like to congratulate our Year 2 TTMSA academic rep, Mr. Vidal Ramdas, and call him to the stage for his service. We thank you for your service. Okay, and our last rep, Year 3 rep, is standing here right before us. Once again, we'd like to thank you for your service, Mr. Travis Ramru, who is giving himself the award through Prof. We thank you for your service. Okay, so I'm not sure if we got on to Veronica, but if it is that she's unable to come up now, we'll ask that we have a little special surprise where we did a door prize, and Prof is going to give out that award first now. So the door prize is going to be organized by this random number generator. So how do we know who is what number? Very simple. We have the group listing, the clerkship, you see there. From group 1, that's the start of the number 1. And if you're in group 2, it continues from 43 to 44 something, and it moves on from there all the way to 183. It's a lot of people. So we have 2 door prizes. What are they? It's a nice door prize if you're really into medicine. So we have the Oxford Handbook of Clinical Medicine. Okay, so I'm gonna ask Marlon to go ahead and spin the wheel of fortune. All right, spin. Anybody watch Wheel of Fortune? 79. That's somebody probably in group 2, not so? The counter can let me know who the people are. Group 2. What's that? 179? I don't know why there's a 7 in front of it. Marlon, spin us again so we get another number. Reset and spin us again so we get a number between 1 and 183. So we have 79. The lotto jackpot number is 179 tonight. Give us one more number there, Marlon. What's 71? Oh, okay, right. So we have 2 numbers there, 71 and 79. So those are both group 2 persons. Congratulations for those 2 persons winning the 2 Oxford handbooks.
So the first winner is Renata John. And Renata, please make your way in front. Moving on. Second one. The second winner is Devon Husband.
Devon inside? No, okay. But I see that Veronica has come. So we'd like to invite Veronica as our Year 1 student rep to collect her prize. We thank you for your service, Veronica. Our most important rep. Thank you for your service, Veronica. Okay, so that brings your service for us to a close. Thank you very much, Prof. Harry, for giving out those prizes. A cheerful round of applause to Prof. Harry. I'm not even going to try to say the last name again. I don't want to embarrass myself. Sitaram. That's correct? Sitaram. We got it? Good. All right, so we'll move on to the next part of the section where we have a closing remark that will be coming forward. But before we do that, we have a few more tokens that we would like to give out. First, we would like to give out the one on behalf of the FMS rep who unfortunately could not be here tonight as his vice chairperson and his right-hand man. I would be allowing that to be given to Mr. Travis Ramroop. So Travis, please collect Mr. Lutchman's token of appreciation on behalf, and I'd like Vidal to present that to him. So Mr. Luke Lutchman, he would have been an instrumental person in the MSFC to making this event possible through funding as well as organizing. Somebody send this video to Luke for me. Thank you, Travis. We'd also like to give another token of appreciation, although not here, to... Right, so we have two specially invited guests that we'd like to identify and thank you for being present here. Both of them are from the Guild of Students at St. Augustine, starting with Mr. Vidanand, our Guild treasurer. Sorry, our Guild Vice President. Mr. Vidanand, please have us on the stage. A round of applause for our treasurer, who also would have financially made this possible. We'd also like to give a vote of thanks to our other specially invited guest, Mr. Shiva Paul, who is the Guild treasurer, the man of the finance department. Oh, yeah. So both Vidanand Hargobin, who is the Guild Vice President, and Shiva Paul, who is the Guild Treasurer, would have worked together to help us with the financing as well as the management and coordination of this white coat ceremony, as this is one of the first white coat ceremonies where we did invest a lot into it to make it what you see here today. It's a very grand year affair. So a round of applause to the both of them for putting their best foot forward. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the awards for our specially invited guests, as well as our lecturers. And we'd like to just thank all of the lecturers who came up this evening to don the clinical coats for all of the clinical students. We'd like to move on now to the closing remarks, who is a student that has sat down with us for many years. I'm not seeing her yet. Where is she? Where are you? Hello, hi, how are you? So we'd like to invite you to the stage to do our closing remarks, Miss Shekinah Adams. Shakina, sorry. Shanika.
Good evening, everyone. So good evening, everyone. It's my honor on behalf of my fellow classmates to deliver this vote of thanks. I extend heartfelt thank you to Professor C. Thurman, our Dean, for his leadership and unwavering commitment to our education. Your guidance inspires us daily. Thank you, Professor. A special thank you to Professor Clement, even though he's not here, our Deputy Dean, for his constant support and dedication to our growth as future medical professionals. Thank you, Professor. Special thank you to Ms. Ramchuthar Singh, the Deputy Dean Secretary, for her contributions in ensuring the smooth execution of today's events. Thank you to esteemed lecturers, Dr. Unikal, Professor Ezenwaka, Dr. Charles, Dr. Vuma, and those who are unable to join us today, including Dr. Ramcharitar. Your mentorship and guidance throughout the 3 academic years are deeply appreciated. I extend appreciation to Mr. Lutchman, who is not here. He's our FMS rep. Mr. Jagadar, I saw him earlier, our TTMSA president. Mr. Harglobin, our Guild vice president. Mr. Paul, our Guild treasurer, for their continuous advocacy and support for students. Your efforts in both the financial and physical planning of this ceremony have been instrumental in making today a success, and I know we do agree. Your dedication does not go unnoticed. Thank you. A heartfelt thank you also extends to our class representatives throughout the years for their dedication in ensuring our voices were heard and our needs were addressed. Your leadership has been invaluable. We also extend, it's quite a lot, but we must thank, we also extend our gratitude to the White Coat Ceremony Planning Committee, and specifically Christian and his studio, he's a classmate of ours, for all the designs you see here today. His creative mind and his willingness to support us is what brought us these beautiful designs that we can stand and look cute and post pictures behind. So your hard work and your commitment in organizing this special event, we truly appreciate it. That is something that is quite memorable to us. We also extend our sincere gratitude to the staff members who have contributed behind the scenes to ensure the smooth running of today's ceremony. Your efforts are truly valued. A big thank you to the ushers for their assistance in guiding and ensuring that everything flows rather seamlessly. Your help is greatly appreciated. Now, I must say this and look to the side. A special appreciation goes out to the family, friends, and loved ones who have supported us throughout this journey. Thank you, Daddy. Your unwavering encouragement, sacrifices, and belief in us have brought us pillars of strength, and we would not, literally would not, have been here today without you. Thank you for standing by us every step of the way. And finally, congratulations to my fellow colleagues on this significant milestone. The journey we have embarked on as future doctors has been arduous, I would admit, but the sacrifices have been tough at times, but with each one, it's brought us closer to our goal. Now let's take a moment to reflect on how far we've come and the dedication it has taken to get there. Together, we'll continue to grow and support each other and embrace the challenges ahead with confidence. As we conclude, I would now invite the MBBS class, June class of 2027 or June 2027 to the front of the stage after for a class picture. And please, once again, continue to move forward with passion, dedication, and commitment to excellence. Thank you for having me. Mr. Marlon. Thank you very much for providing us with the audio so that our family members who are not able to be here can hear us and can love on us. My mom sent videos and everyone else can enjoy this moment. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So that was a lot of thank you. I'd like to say thank you to Shanika. I got the name correct now. All right, so I'm seeing two more persons. I know it's 7 o'clock and we would have liked to end now. So I'm gonna just ask those two persons to come down very quickly. Mr. Devon Husband for collecting his door prize, which is the Oxford Handbook. All right. And we'll make sure to get Renata her door prize because I haven't seen. Oh, she has rejoined. Thank you. Renata, congratulations on winning the other one. Go and play Lotto tonight. You might win something. So coming straight off of the awards, very hot and sweaty, very busy, we have Mr. Stephen Gajada, who is one of our core godfathers for this event. He is one of our key components to making this event possible. Thank you, Mr. Gajda, as well as the TTMSA president. That's the boss there, his boss. Okay, so In closing, I'd like to thank all of you for attending, and we'd like to end on a prompt on time note here. Before we end, just some basic housekeeping. We do have refreshments, light refreshments, in the seminar rooms located downstairs along the hallway. I'll ask that you proceed there with caution, and the process that we have is that the students will collect for themselves as well as for their guests, their +1, okay? So you just present yourself as a student and you will be given 2 sets of refreshments, okay? The last thing, which is going to be a real marvel of a feat, 1 and 2? 1 and 2, groups 1 and 2 will go first to get their refreshments, then followed by 3 and 4. The last thing that we'll like to do is to capture the moment as the year before us, which was the class of 2026. I was the photographer for them last year. This year we have my brother, who is right here, Mr. Stefan Stuvan. Don't be ashamed. Thank you for coming out and coordinating with Mr. Clifford Bailey, who is our other chief photographer. We're going to do a class picture, which requires, there's Clifford. Clifford, round of applause to Clifford. Both engineering students, by the way. Excellent. Oh, and we have a third one. Can you give me your name? What? Nathan Nankun. So in addition to the team. Clifford, you're running for the engineering faculty rep. Good luck to you, Mr. Clifford Bailey, for future faculty rep. I'm sure he'll win. Make sure to vote. Right, so we'd like to have all of you come down here in the front. The photographers will go higher up in heaven and take the picture as everybody comes down here to get that picture. Then it will be preceded by the refreshments. So to get everybody to fit here, we have to make 5 rows. That was the conclusion last year. The persons in the front are gonna have to be sort of bending forward, bending down, and then you're gonna have 2 more rows in the back.
Could occupy the entire amphitheater, right? Especially the front, so you all can move more to the left. You can move more to the left. Or to the left. And some persons would actually have to stand on the little ledge there. Some persons would have to go there and occupy that spot. And it may not be comfortable, but we have to let's make everyone fit. More to the left, guys. More to the left. More to the left. More to the left. Still need to move more to the left, guys. More to the left. continue moving along the left. And then they could also move closer to the emergency exit, just trying not to push it. On that side there. To the right. Yes, thank you. You sure this is 1 year group? Oh, I see. Okay, the last set of persons coming in there now. Where are the photographers? Where you want them position? So when you get there, or you need them out there? Alright, he's saying that he needs you all to come up a little bit? Okay, parents, you're gonna have to come over here now. Sorry, what up? Whoever standing in the aisle. Whoever standing in the aisle, they obstructed the picture. From which row? From which row? This one? Alright. So all the participants here now of the year, the camera guy is that guy in the blue shirt there. Them, Simon, the red bag. Have a seat, please. Wait till it's one, another one. Somebody blink. Do this first set. Let the parents get opportunity to take one as well. And then you show here. Okay, some parents can go and take some as well. Want to go and take one? Until you get through. Okay, great. All right, everyone, thank you. So wait, downstairs we have the 360 guy. Don't follow him. Just came. You have to line up to take the picture.